I'm Joe Schiappa, and I'm a writer and a performer in New York City. When I was a child, I was super anxious and super sensitive. Like I cried easily, and I felt, looking back, I was bothered by a lot of things that I think a lot of other kids might have shook off. And as time went on in my childhood, I would also have this thing what they call like obsessive thought disorder, which is being fixated on one thing, and it was usually something like a body mutilation or something, where I would fixate on it for days and days, and it was hard for me to disconnect from it. And then as I got into high school, I became sort of a super overachiever, and that's when I kind of started to feel like I was depressed. I felt very disconnected from anything. So around the end of high school, my mom and my dad took me to see a psychiatrist who diagnosed me as clinically depressed. So since I was 18, I've been going to therapy and have been taking, and I've tried every sort of depression medication until I found the right one. And it took me a long time to not only find the treatment that was best for me, but also really to be comfortable with the idea of having or dealing with a mental illness. The thing is that mental illness, what I've learned is that it's something that needs to be managed rather than something that needs to be embarrassed about. The best advice I would have for someone who's sort of discovering this is that to find yourself help and sort of understand what it is. If your parents are sort of embarrassed to talk about it, or someone doesn't want to talk, or someone close to you doesn't want to talk to one, I would keep going until you find someone to talk about it. Because it took me, I kind of had to beg my mom and dad to sort of, there was a problem. I've seen 4 or 5 psychiatrists before I found one that worked for me. I wouldn't even, if you're uncomfortable with one person, I would keep going until you find someone, because there are ways and people who are best suited for you. And I think that's the thing I wish someone had told me, is that there is, everybody's different and how you process things are differently, and there is someone out there that could be good for you specifically, and you have to keep kind of shopping around until you find a good one. Don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing to understand yourself. You are okay.